Welcome to the Night Radio and Television Station. Here come to the news today.
On September 15th, Mr. Nguyễn Hồng Linh, member of the Party Central Committee, Secretary of the Đồng Nai Provincial Party Committee, charged a conference to implement the decision of the Provincial Party Committee Standing Board on personnel work. At the conference, the Secretary of the Provincial Party Committee handed over the decisions of the Central Standing Committee on the mobilization of the Mr. Nguyễn Xuân Hùng, member of the Provincial Party Committee, Deputy Head of the Organization Department of the Provincial Party Committee, as Vice Chairman of the Provincial People's Committee for the term of 2021 to 2026. Addressing the assignments, Mr. Nguyễn Xuân Hùng thanked the Standing Committee and the Central Standing Committee for their trust in assigning new tasks and promised to continue to strike and train to complete the assigned tasks. Speaking at the conference, Comrade Hồng Linh emphasized that it is an important and regular task of the party in order to improve the leadership capacity and combat strength of the party grassroots organizations in the coming years, to lead and direct the implementation of tasks of socio-economic development, ensuring social security in the locality. Data released by the General Department of Customs shows that in the last 15 days of August, Vietnam collects more than $1 billion per day. Specifically, exports had a strong acceleration pace. The total values of Vietnam's goods in the second half of August reached more than $15.8 billion, up 39.6% compared to the first half of August. The increase is mainly concentrated in the number of the commodity groups such as computers, electronic products and components, phones, accessories, iron, steels, other machinery, equipment, tools, spare parts, and textiles. Generally, in the first 8 months of this year, the total export value of Vietnam's goods reached $213 billion, up 21.8% over the same period last year. The Civil Aviation Administration of Vietnam has responded to the Ministry of Transport on the plan to restore domestic air transport. Accordingly, the routes will be operated with a frequency suitable for 3 phases. In the first phase, each airline operates each route with a frequency not exceeding 50% compared to the first week of April. Stage 2, the frequencies do not exceed 70%, and Phase 3 have the frequencies not exceeding the time of the first week of April. After that, the airlines can deploy it according to the demand when their own provinces and cities lead the social distancing according to the Directive 16. To implement a proposal, the Civil Aviation Administration of Vietnam allows airlines to build their flight schedules, open sales, and conduct operations according to the epidemic situation. On July 14th, the 76th session of the United Nations General Assembly opened in New York, USA. Speaking here, United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres emphasized that the world must focus on fighting the pandemic, a common enemy of mankind, and need to speed up the fight against the pandemic more effectively. He is also affirmed that he wanted countries to commit and keep their commitments to the climate change response goals that will be presented at the upcoming time United Nations Climate Change Conference at Glasgow, UK. Mr. Guterres also called for an end to all wars over the planet, especially at this time when the world has so many challenges and divisions in many areas. He pointed out that it is the ideology of political domination that causes social unrest, distrust, terrorism, and armed conflicts. However, this problem can be completely resolved if countries unite and cooperate in the spirit of multilateralism. White House spokeswoman Karine Jean-Pierre says on July 14 that the administrations of the U.S. President Joe Biden encourage everyone from both the private and public sector to comply with COVID-19 vaccination requirements. According to the Jean-Pierre, pushing Americans to get vaccinated against COVID-19 is a wartime effort. Last week, U.S. President Joe Biden announced imposition of the strict regulations, making vaccination mandatory for all federal employees, employees of large corporations, and federal contractors.
That's all on the news today. Thanks for watching us. Have a good time. Goodbye.